Hey everybody, this is a layout update. I'm pretty late on it. I should have done it probably a week or two ago, but I had a sore throat, so I couldn't do it. So happy New Year to everyone. I know it's late, but all right, let's get started. First of all, let's go over the location. So this layout is a CSX layout, N Scale. It's located on the border of New York, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. So what it does is it catches freight going from Buffalo to Selkirk Yard, Selkirk back to Buffalo, or Pittsburgh to Selkirk, New York, and also to Newark, New Jersey. So it's kind of a midway point. So the west end will get their freight coming from Pittsburgh. From the east end, freight will come and go to Selkirk Yard in New York and Newark, New Jersey. It's a tongue twister. Newark, New York. So if you're familiar with that area, you might know what I'm talking about. If not, next time I'll try to make a video and have like a little map. And then the junction that heads northwest, let's say, will head towards Buffalo, New York. So being from that location is part of the CSX Albany Division, which is a real division up there. But I made my own subdivision, which is called the CSX Point Subdivision, which includes the two cities on my layout. Washington Park, where the salt mine and the yard is located at. Then on the east end is New Point, where the junction is, the landfill, the east end of the yard, and some more things coming later on. So that's that. As you can see, I spray painted the track using the camouflage brown. Like you've seen in everyone use. I gave it a shot. It looks nice, but I'm not too crazy about it because I did start having track issues. Even though I cleaned it multiple times, but I noticed my locomotives will stutter in some areas and I have to clean it. Then it'll go, then it'll stutter. So I'm not too crazy about it. I haven't done the whole layout, only did half of it with the spray paint. So probably I'll do the rest with an actual paintbrush and paint the actual track and give it that rust brown color. What else? Right here you could probably see this foam going up. That's actually gonna be the road. And then it's gonna have an overpass going over the main and the yard lead. See where that auto rack is at? I was just making sure that it will clear the auto rack. And then I have another one on this side. This one comes off the highway and leads to, that's the Orange Avenue exit off the highway, and it'll lead to the street right there. The overpass is going to go over the junction track right here on the back end, the two tracks all the way in the end. Those two back there are the junction tracks. Recently I got in a lot of new rolling stock, like that 2-bay covered hopper right here. That's brand new. It's by Micro Trains. I got this one yesterday at my local hobby shop. Let me see if I can bring it closer. Let me focus. So it's an ex-Southern 2-bay hopper car, but the reporter marks are Norfolk Southern. I like it because it fits my layout with the salt mine. And when you see salt cars, they are rusted, like really rusted. So that was an easy pickup for me. It was either between this or a 60-foot tall boxcar by Conrail, which I really like. It was the waffle one too, but I chose that one instead because it fits the layout more. Some more new rolling stock you probably can see right here. Just focus a little bit. Are these spine cars? Let me slide them out the way. Those spine cars is a three-pack set, but it's one train. They hold the 53-foot trailers and pop trailers and containers. Pretty much, they can do all of it. I like spine cars the most out of all the intermodal service, so that's why I got those. I got the 3 instead of the 5 because I'm just gonna put a small intermodal service on my yard. It's gonna be on the east end on track 1. So down here, it's gonna be down here on the track 1 where those cars are sitting at right now. That's where we will do the intermodal service, and it's only gonna be like probably up to where that line is at. Will be the furthest it'll go down, including the locomotive paired up with it, which will be 700. That's gonna be its duty, and it's gonna run from here and do a turnaround run. I believe Selkirk Yard has an intermodal service, so that would be if it's not Selkirk, then I think it's the one in Newark that has intermodal service. So it'll just do turns there and come back multiple times a day. It's mainly going to hold UPS trailers and UPS freight and maybe some other containers. I have 2 UPS pup trailers coming to the mail, so that would be nice. I hope they can fit on the well car nicely. And then, on the spine car nicely. I know they'll fit the well car. I was thinking about the well car because the well car is also new. That's the Jackson Terminal well car. I don't want to. Well, let me just take it off. I'll take it off so you can get a closer view. This is the Jackson Terminal well car. I like how it has the I don't know exactly what they call it, but it's like the rib siding. So you can see it's a 53-foot well car. You can see the 53, 48, 45, 40, 20 marks on the side. The older TTX logo. Just a nice well car. And it's metal too, so it has weight on it. So I like that one. I'll worry about putting it perfect later. The spine cars weren't weathered. As soon as I got them, I weathered them. Because if you notice, when you see spine cars, they've been in service for a long time. And they're always heavily weathered. Sometimes some of the spine cars are so weathered, they just look straight brown. And they'll still even be a TTX yellow, equipment, but it's just brown from all the rust and dirt, I guess. So that's why I kind of rusted that one up really good. Try to get that brownish color. Some more new rolling stock I got was this Micro Trains gondola car, Penn Central. I like this green a lot. I got this one from my hobby store that's pretty close to me. Let's see if I can zoom, focus. I know everybody hates Penn Central because it was like the worst railroad company ever in history, I guess. I got some dog hair from my Rottweiler in here somehow. Yeah, I weathered the inside and just did the trucks and the coupler. I like this green a lot. That's why I kind of kept it like this. When you see real photos of it, this green is almost like a dark green. That's how much it gets weathered. And I just wanted to keep it like that. I also weathered up my 89-foot flat car. Gosh. I'm trying to get this close up. Oh yeah, one tip I could say while weathering, use gloves. Because I noticed when I weathered some of my cars, my fingerprints would come up. So yeah, this, I weathered this. It doesn't, it's so much lighting, it looks like it's not that brown, but it's actually darker. Just a lot of lighting in here. You can see I weathered the trucks. If you want a comparison, I didn't weather the other one, so you can see the difference. The one on the left is weathered, the one on the right isn't. Same exact, they came in a set together, or a pack together. Just so you can see the difference. Another piece of new rolling stock I got was this Athearn tank car. 33,000 gallon tank car. This is the big boy tank car. And one of my favorite UTLX. As you can see, it has the ladder on the ends instead of the middle. And you can see the walkway on the top. I don't know if they call it a catwalk or there's a different name for it. And that also has a hazmat placard. 1006, I forgot what that is. And you can see it has all the markings on it. So that's my first piece of Athearn rolling stock. Really nice. And then some of my favorites too. These are by Intermountain. I saw these online in HO, and they're actually in N Scale also. TTGX auto racks. So these auto racks are the bi-level ones. You can tell right here. With the bi-levels, you just see one of these. That's where the ramps are at. So 1, 2, and then the tri-level ones. This is a tri-level auto rack over here. You'll see the 3 levels. So this one, the TTGX, holds your SUVs, vans, and pickup trucks. Your ETTX holds your sedans and cars. So this one's by Intermountain. This one's by Microtrains. The Intermountain ones you could see through the etching. I don't know if it's not picking up on the video, but actually, let me see. I'm gonna do it towards the light. Yeah, so you can see through it in the light. When I saw that on the video, I was like, yeah, I gotta get one of these. And I ended up getting 2. So I got one in CSX. And the other one I got in Norfolk Southern. This one is a newer version. As you can see, the TTX logo is the newer one versus the older one. But they're both TTGX bi-levels. And that's it for new rolling stock. Actually, no. Well, technically it's not rolling stock, but here's the backhoe for the yard. Last time I had the oversized backhoe that didn't fit the scale. And then this front end loader is for the salt mine. Nice little 950M, which is like the medium duty to large duty equipment. So that's going to handle dump trucks, dump trailers, and move salt there, and handle the piles of salt there. Then for the landfill, I have an excavator. 320. This one you'll see some people loading and I mean unloading gondolas from the top, so that's why you see it up here like this. I'm actually gonna get like a stand for it above it, so that way it can unload the gondolas from the top. So I was gonna unload the trash from the top and then dump it up into these dump trucks. Let's see if I can. And then on the landfill, it'll take it to a specific cell and dump the trash there, which is actually real. There's a landfill that actually does that operation where they unload the rail cars from the top, dump it into those big dump trucks, and then take it to the cell and unload it. I think it's called Sunny or Sony's landfill. That's where I got the idea from. My yard still needs a yard office. I plan on adding like a container as a yard office or one of those small building kits, since it's not a major yard. All you gotta do is go in there, get your paperwork, and get the job done. You know what I mean? That type of yard. What else? So as far as the intermodal part of the yard goes, it will be down here. So this is, I'm gonna have to turn this side into pavement down here, track 1. And I want to get one of those piggyback loaders for intermodal. That's my notes, so I don't forget anything. Move that out the way. So that's how I want to operate that side. Instead of having a big crane, I don't want the big crane. And then I want to add a UPS facility. There's a building kit, I think Walters does in N Scale, where it has like a couple docks, loading, unloading, and then customers can come in and pick up their packages too. So I'm going to add that part probably to the east side of the layout. And as you can see, the SD40-2 right there is finally on the layout. That is the yard power. I actually got the decoder for it yesterday. It's just an NCE decoder, drop in. So it has no sound, but it does move around. And here is the locomotive. This is pretty hard to find locomotive, especially in that paint scheme. Like, even if you go to the Cato website, it doesn't pop up with this roll number. I got it off of eBay, luckily, and it works. What else? So the next plan is paint the rest of the track on the layout, add ballast, and then add the end portions to my layout. I still don't know how I want to do the ends, so that's why I haven't really bought any more shelving and wood and pink foam for it. So, and one more thing, I did weather this locomotive, lightly weathered. Mainly the trucks and the fuel tank, stairway. See how it's that like brown tint. I like the lightly weathered look on these. As you can see the difference, 700 is not weathered. Wow, it was still connected. How was it connected and I already took it off? I don't know. I'll fix that later. So yeah, that's about everything for this layout as of right now. I'm gonna try to do more updates in the future. Oh, one more small detail that you probably noticed. The yellow ties. So those are the clearance points. So basically you can't pass those points because you will hit something. I got that from DJ's Trains. I learned a lot from his videos, so I added that to the yard, and it just gives it a lot more detail too. Just that small yellow paint. I actually used a paint marker for it. I think I got this from Walmart. Just use this, you shake it up, boom, put the paint on, let it dry. Simple. And as far as my weathering, nothing fancy. I use weathering powders by Monroe. Grimy black, dark earth, rusty brown. And I'll mix, if I want a dark rust color, I'll mix the dark earth and rusty brown. If I want a really dark brown, then I'll mix the black and the dark earth. And I'll just go back and forth between the two. So that's why you see some different shades. Like how that spine car is extremely darker than those spine cars. Same with that rail box car. I created a mess up. Look at this derailment over here. Now I created a derailment. But I also did this car here. This one I weathered myself. I try to make it similar to this car that came weathered. Since they're assault cars, they're going to be rusty. So see how this one came weathered. This one I did myself. Let me see if I can focus better. And what else? This tank car got weathered. And for this one, all I did was use the Tesser's dull coat. And then I also did the underbody, a little bit of brown dirt, and the trucks. So if you want to compare it to the one that's not weathered, the one on the left is not weathered. The one on the right is weathered. These do have metal wheels, so they are kind of shiny and hard to get the shine out. But you can see how this one is flat, and then this one is reflecting the light. Just a quick comparison. And then what else? I think that's it. That's pretty much everything for the layout right now. I'll try to keep you updated sooner next time. But everyone, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and thank you for watching. Please leave comments on what you think or any ideas or advice. And I'll see you next time. Thanks.